Get out of the city and into an adventure that moves the whole family. Prepare to be moved. The all-new Nissan X-Trail.
On air, online, and on your smart speaker.
Stocked up for spring, Verdi Blue has your next pair of Birkenstock.
SAFM News Briefing.
Hello, I'm Alicia McFarland. The Prime Minister has paid tribute to the Premier of Victoria, Dan Andrews, who's stepping down after 9 years. Anthony Albanese says it's been a privilege to work alongside him.
Someone I shared a flat with many years ago in my first term when I was first elected to Parliament back in 1996 when Daniel worked as a staff member here in the National Parliament House.
Qantas pilots are demanding the airline's chairman stands down, saying Richard Goyder has overseen one of the most damaging times in the company's history. Marcus Hoffmeyer from the Australian and International Pilots Association says staff morale has never been so low.
I think for the past 15 years or so, Qantas has taken quite an aggressive and adversarial approach to its staff. I think Vanessa Hudson is indicating she wants to do things differently, which we're supportive of, but I do think in order for us to all be able to move forward, there needs to be significant renewal at board level.
One of the leading No campaigners has given his take on why he's against the Indigenous voice. Warren Mundine says the country can help First Nations people by improving things like accountability and education. He's also criticised talk Indigenous voices aren't being heard.
Indigenous Australians have many voices. Hundreds of Indigenous organisations are immersed in policy making affecting Indigenous Australians.
The nation's emergency experts have reconvened for the final day of the Natural Disaster Preparedness Summit. They've explored the best strategies to take on the threat of bushfires and El Nino.
After this, there is no turning back. You sip the red can, the story ends. You sip the black can, you enter dreamland. And I show you just how good the truth can taste. Max Taste Challenge.
In sport, Collingwood Vice-Captain Taylor Adams has been ruled out of grand final selection due to hamstring troubles. Meanwhile, teammate Scott Pendlebury will be running out in his 31st final. He's told listeners Jock and Journo podcast he's taking nothing for granted.
Excited to be back on this stage. I'll be ready on Saturday, but I'm just going to enjoy the week, and when I get out there, leave nothing to chance and give it everything I've got.
And some assistant coaching movements. Former Richmond skipper Chris Newman returns to the Tigers after 8 seasons at Hawthorn, while Xavier Clark leaves Richmond for North Melbourne.
Selling the family home? Miller, Wan and John put you first.
This is SAFM weather. 19 and mostly sunny for the rest of the day across the Limestone coast. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, top of 17. Exposing the history that haunts hundreds of thousands of Aussies, The Secrets We Keep, Shame, Lies and Family podcast is out now on the Listener app.